The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Like a sled going downhill, we are The Local Show. Does that make sense? Yes. Remember Westcott Reservoir? Remember Westcott Reservoir when you could go downhill?
Oh my gosh, when that was a blast. Just the fear of dying just added an extra element to it.
I never felt that way. You know, I must have been 11 years old.
The whole thing. Someone got years ago went and
and did something.
You and I would have just jumped off if it was going to the road.
Yeah,
but
there's all those legends and stuff like that.
It was like Green Lake's Dead Man's Point. Remember that? It was like, why? Because people drank too much and drowned. It wasn't the water. It didn't suck them in.
And a new person to the show is Andrew Lunetta. He is the executive director of A Tiny Home for Good, and he's on the show right now. How are you, Andrew?
I'm good, fellas. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. Lunetta, is that an Italian name?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you can stay.
Little Moon, very good.
You're probably Lunetta. Cousins of Tom. You're probably your nephew or cousin or something.
I like that. Andrew, what is your story? Are you a Syracuse native?
Syracuse native, yep.
Where'd you
Born
grow up?
over in the Westcott neighborhood,
okay.
Euclid Terrace. It's a really, really cute street right at the top of Euclid.
Yeah.
And we were there till I was 7. Then we moved outside of Boston. So I don't know
So you commuted?
If that counts. Yeah. Commuted to elementary school. That's right.
What'd you do in Boston?
Oh well, I was 7, so
whatever his parents told him.
Whatever.
Did you play with blocks?
Right. My my dad got a really good gig there, and was finishing up high school there, right? And
did you guys move back as a family? Or
no, I took a little bit of time before I ended up going to school.
Okay.
Cleveland, bounced around a bit, but visited Lemoyne, fell in love with it.
Nice.
Came here to school and, just fell in love with the city as an adult again.
So what did you go to school for?
The major was called Peace and Global Studies. Sociology with an international bent to it. Appreciate the hell out of Lemoyne. Great school. But what I really got out of it was the opportunity to work at one of the local shelters. And that's really what kind of got me into the work I do today.
So which one? Where'd you go?
It was called the Oxford Street Inn. Mm-hmm. It is now the Catholic Charities Men's Shelter.
Okay.
Learned a ton there.
So your professional career has been spent in nonprofit?
Yep.
That space.
That's it. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
So what is A Tiny Home for Good?
Yeah, so Tiny Home for Good is a small housing organization here in the city. Provides permanent housing to men, women, and families facing homelessness. Mm-hmm. Long-term, permanent, supportive care for as long as they're with us. So we build new, rehab old, and provide case management services.
Okay, so A Tiny Home for Good is not a tiny home.
Some are quite tiny. Some of our homes are like 300 square feet, maybe about the size.
Tiny.
Oh yeah, about the size of this studio.
Now,
honestly,
what's the point of that?
Yeah, great question.
Okay.
When I was working at the shelter, I would move guys into the most affordable places in our city, places that were like $500, $400 a month. The inevitable thing would be like a closet in a big building, right, where everyone shares bathrooms, and the inevitable would happen is that the drugs, the alcohol, the lack of support services would drive people back to the shelter. So I started asking guys like what they wanted in a house. Mm-hmm. And everyone said the same thing: their own bedroom, their own bathroom, and their own key. So I started thinking, how do we do that to minimize shared spaces, minimize like large, affordable complexes that inevitably hurt neighborhoods and hurt the people who try to move there. And tiny homes just kept running through my head. And, it's changing in a good way, but back when Tiny Home for Good started 10 years ago, there was so much vacant land in our city that was being very much underutilized. It's on bus lines. It already has utilities stubbed to it, right? So the cost of building new isn't astronomical.
Right, it's all there.
It's all there. So started thinking, guys are telling me they want their own small spaces. We have these plots of land set up. They're only 33 feet wide, so it's really hard to put a standard house on it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I think a tiny home could work. So we started doing it.
So who is it? Are they renting it? Do they buy it? Do they own it? Do you own it?
Tiny Home for Good maintains the ownership on it. We rent at a rate that is affordable to the tenant. If they're collecting a fixed income, it's 30% of whatever that total is.
Which is what you're supposed to do. Which that's the thing they would tell Tom or I or you if we were going to buy a large home. They say don't spend about
more than 30%.
Yeah, that's kind of the number.
Yeah, that is the number. Problem is though, for the income that our tenants are making monthly, 30% of eating into an $800 a month what they get in their fixed income, like how the heck do you do that?
Got
like
it. Right.
That would be very different for the three of us, right? Like if we took 30% of what we're doing, that makes a ton of sense. For some of our tenants who are making very little money annually, 30% is that's.
Are most of your tenants, are they dealing with addiction and they were homeless?
I wouldn't say that most are. We certainly have a percentage are, though. I would say we have a mix of tenants that are facing in recovery, so have facing addiction, facing mental health challenges, and also a large percentage that are facing both simultaneously.
Right. One feeds the other.
One feeds the other. Yeah. And then not having support systems. So then being thrown into an environment where you got to contend with that.
Yeah.
And if you're living with other people who are facing those same things,
birds of a feather.
It just compounds. Those issues compound. So that was where a Tiny Home for Good came from, like giving people their own space, work with them, provide services to try and get them on medication, encourage recovery in their own safe place.
Nice.
And maybe they start a life that isn't revolving around those challenges that they had, right?
Yeah,
so employment or education or things, hopefully?
For many of our tenants, yes. For some who might be collecting Social Security, disability, have mental health challenges that make it very difficult for some of those things, like stable housing is the goal for us. Like get them somewhere that's safe, that's secure.
And that's the same goal of our friend John Tomino,
the man
from in My Father's Kitchen.
John's been in.
He gets it.
He's in all the time.
Yeah, as he should be.
He'll be in later today.
Yeah, he's in today. I was going to say he's in later today.
Right on. Yeah. No, he leads the road in this. Yeah,
that's great. So you guys might do some.
We utilize a lot of his clients, the people who he works with on the street, end up in our house.
Oh, that's good.
Which is a great connection.
So how do you raise support?
Through this, right?
Okay.
Like literally, like sharing about what we do regularly. I am constantly speaking about our work. I have a small development team that's writing grants constantly. Yeah. And we always welcome corporate sponsorships, or we build the houses, right? So I have staff that has their tool belts on. I have my tool belt on about a quarter of the time.
Hey, Tom, I can help build things.
No, you don't want
could
that.
he?
Okay.
I don't want
He can't build a birdhouse.
Okay.
Appreciate the offer, but I think we're going to stick to what we got going on. Yeah. So the other way we fund it is through, donations of supplies, materials, easy things like that we can then.
And the website, atinyhomeforgood.org, where they find opportunities, could they give there and connect with you?
Yep, super easy. Super easy.
So thank you, Andrew. So atinyhomeforgood.org helps support people to right here in the community,
right here
get
in our
housing.
Community.
That's awesome.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.